What is up, everybody? It's CJ Plays here, and I'm back with another Sims 3 speed build, and today I'm building my annual gingerbread house for The Sims 3. So if you don't know, every year around Christmas time, I build a gingerbread house for The Sims 3. So I built one when I first started my channel in 2020, I built one last year, and then now I am also building one again. So this is my third annual one. And I went around and I was looking on Google to see if there were any like inspiration pictures or anything like that, and I did find one that kind of looked kind of cool. It was a really basic, simple design, so I kind of based this one off of it, but it doesn't look similar, so like I don't, like it just, it's its own thing. So I got the idea of it being like super narrow and kind of long, so that's kind of where I got the idea from. But I want to apologize in advance, y'all. This build uses a bunch of Katy Perry sweet treats. Listen, I know a lot of people may not have that pack. Maybe you have it and you just don't use it. Maybe you don't want it. I don't really know. But listen, this item has some really, this world has some really good items for a gingerbread house. I'm telling you, it does, y'all. It's heavily candy themed. It even has like wallpaper that's like a waffle cone, or like a cookie, I guess. It's really good, y'all. It's really good. So I ended up using a bunch of sweet treats. So if you don't have that pack, I'm sorry, that's what the majority of this this build is going to be using. So sorry about that in advance. Looking back, y'all, as I was going through like all the items that came with the pack, I realized that this, like the pack itself, it has a lot of mismatched items. So for example, we have island countertops, but they don't come with normal countertops. Like, I don't know why that is. I'm guessing they were supposed to be used alongside the bar, but like, give me some regular countertops too, please. There was also that, and then it was also the fact that, as you can see, I use like the cupcake fence to kind of be like a railing, but there's no matching rails for that. So, and then there's also no stairs with those sweet treat packs. So, I would have wanted some more items. But anyway, this is just me trying to figure out the wallpaper for this build. And I changed it a lot, y'all. Like, it doesn't look like it because it's sped up, but it took me a long time. I had to stop my recording a bunch of times and like try to pick something. So hopefully this doesn't look super bad. But I mean, this house is kind of tacky. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's a heavily themed build using items from a heavily themed pack. So, I think I'm allowed to have a build that doesn't maybe look super conventional. I tried to be as unique as possible with this pack. So I used like a bunch of stuff from Sweet Treats. I didn't use every single item that came with it, unfortunately. There was like a couple of items that I just didn't really see a use for, like the bike. There's like 2 bikes. There's I think I forgot to put down the teddy bear. No, there's like a teddy bear that comes with this pack. Y'all, I gotta go put that down real quick. But anyway, moving on to the inside of the house. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. So the way the house is kind of big on the inside, so you could definitely maybe squeeze another bedroom in here somewhere. You could get rid of one of the bathrooms and just make that into like a bedroom or a nursery if you want it. But I just wanted to put 2 bathrooms. So we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. But moving on, this is the living room section, and it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do in this room. I liked the wallpaper at one point, then I didn't like the wallpaper. I ended up changing the flooring in here. You may not can tell, but I changed it to be like a different carpet, but it's the same color. And then I ended up using the TV at first that came with the Generations pack with, y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I have never used this TV at all. I kind of forget this one exists in the game. Have y'all ever used it? I just don't. I know there's like a TV that has like a dragon on it from the Generations pack, but I don't think I've ever used that one either. I think I just really only use like the same 4 TVs anyway, so that's probably probably my fault. But I did end up changing it to be like one of the floor model ones from the base game. And then as you can see right now, I am using the jukebox that came with the Atomic Age set. I really like that set for one, and I like the way the jukebox I like the way that little jukebox looked, because it's kind of like futuristic and retro, and it kind of like fit the vibe of here. I also use the holiday tree that comes with the Sims 3 store. It is free, so all you have to do is just go download it. I also use the Christmas presents that kind of go along with it. Did you know that, for one, I didn't realize this at first, but the Christmas tree is classified as a lamp. And then I think the presents are also classified as lamps, so they're technically lamps if you didn't know, which is kind of interesting to think about. Like, why? I don't know. Like, I can get the tree, but the presents, I don't know, maybe because they glow up. I don't know. But this is just me trying to put some extra stuff. I tried to use a bunch of stuff from Sweet Treats, y'all, so you'll see a lot throughout this build that I use or reuse the same objects over and over and over. It's a stuff pack, y'all. Listen, it's a stuff pack. It only has a couple of items anyway, so I had to get kind of creative. I used some items from like, expansion packs, other stuff packs, and some store content here and there, but most of this is sweet treats. I did like this little gumdrop floor. Well, the floor reminded me of a gumdrop, so I liked it so much that I kept it in the bathroom. And this is around the time when I realized that there was no matching countertop for sweet treats. Like, you have like the island one, but you don't have like the basic countertop. So what I did was I just like changed the swatch of one of the sweet treats ones, and then I used my Bayside countertops, which y'all probably know at this point. This is like my favorite countertop of all time in The Sims 3, and I just like recolored it and just try to make this look a little nice. Listen, this build is tacky, y'all. Okay, I'll say it. It's tacky. Some might say ugly. I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but some might say it. So I tried to make this look decent. Okay. When you're building with a heavily themed pack like sweet treats, and most of the items are like candy, or they're like situational objects. Like for me, I only really get a chance to use sweet treats during Christmas time, or maybe I'll use like a random item here or there throughout the year, but usually during Christmas time, right? So sometimes it's kind of hard to build a house that kind of looks good with just like the items from that pack. So hopefully y'all like this. Like, a gingerbread house is like how I can rationalize using this build a lot more, like, or the items that came with the pack a lot more, if that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, moving on to this bedroom. This bedroom is, I think, like a kid bedroom, I would say, or maybe like a teenager who just aged up from a kid. So it has like an arcade cabinet in here. It also has a dollhouse that came with sweet treats. And I was going to put that cupcake chair in here, but it was a little bit too big, and I just thought it took up too much space, so I ended up putting like the other one instead. And I also put the guitar. I knew there was something I was forgetting about. I put the guitar in this room too. And then I also put a bookshelf. I think I moved it. No, maybe I kept it there. I don't remember. But I did end up using that bookshelf. You'll see that bookshelf a lot throughout this build, by the way. One thing I can say that I do like about the Sweet Treats pack is that it has a lot of items for kids. So you have like, playground equipment, you have like toys and stuff like that. So you can get use out of this pack. Like, let me know in the comments down below, y'all. Do you, for one, own Sweet Treats? Or two, and I guess like a follow-up question is, if you do own it, do you like it? Or I guess I can ask anyone, do you like the pack, y'all? Do you own the pack? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I got this pack a couple years ago, and I can't say it's my favorite, stuff pack of all time, but I do like it for what it's worth. I enjoy it because, like I said, you can get some use out of this pack. There's stuff for kids. You can also use like some of the items for showtime, like these heavily themed items, like the ice cream like sculpture and stuff like that. You can kind of use it for like showtime if you have it to like decorate your venue or whatever, or like, not the venue, like the stage, I guess. But you can get use out of this, but I don't ever really use it that much. So like I said, I can use it. I like it for what it's worth, but it's not a everyday like use kind of pack for me, if that makes sense. Some of the clothes are kind of cool. Like some of the like generic, I don't want to say generic, but like the more practical clothes, like the sparkly dress, I really do like that one. But moving on to this room. So this is the kitchen. I really wanted to use the bar that came with the Sweet Treats pack. I don't think I've ever really used this bar before. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've used it at some point, but I don't really get a chance to use it all too often. So I wanted to put it in this kitchen, and I was going to just keep it where it is right now, but by the time I put down like the peppermint table and like the chairs and stuff like that, I felt like the kitchen was a little bit too crowded. So I ended up like rotating the bar and the counter space, and I ended up like moving it a little bit closer to the window, just to let us have like a little bit more space in here. And then I also used the baker stand, or like the baker's oven, I think that's what it's called. Y'all, I love this object, but I never get a chance to use it. Like, I think I like the preservative, or preserves. I think it's called preserves. I like using the preserves, like station more, like the cannon station. I love using that one a lot more. But I do like the baker's object too. But I don't know. Is it just me? I have like a lot of store content, like a lot of the premium content items that I just don't ever really get a chance to use that much. And now I kind of feel bad because I'm like, CJ, these are some really cool objects that you have to use. So y'all let me know. Do y'all like use that pack? Do you like it? But this is me just trying to fiddle around with the flooring in here. I ended up using the chairs that came with the atomic ceramic age set, so you're gonna probably need that set, or at least the chairs that come with it and the jukebox, because I like the way those chairs look. They kind of remind me of like Christmas or something. So I ended up using those. And here, the I feel like this room right here is probably the most Christmassy in the whole entire build, because you know, for most people, I don't want to say everyone, but for most people, you tend to build like, you know, gingerbread houses around the holidays. So, you know, even though this is a gingerbread house, you know, and it's mainly with like sweet treat stuff, I still kind of wanted this house to have like some touches of Christmas here and there. So you have like the holiday tree. You also have, you know, this room over here. But all the other rooms though are like pretty, you know, sweet treat standard, I guess. I guess. But moving on, this is the second bathroom in the house. So like I said, it is a 2-bathroom house. You could probably, if you wanted to, get rid of like all the stuff in here and make this into like a nursery or like a secondary bedroom, maybe like an office space or something like that. It took me a really long time to figure out where, or like not where, but like what color I wanted to go with for the shower and tub combo. So at first I was gonna make it green and red to be like, you know, Christmassy, but I was like, nah, CJ, we already got like one Christmas room. Let's not put 2 of them side to side. You know, let's make this one a little bit more like pastel. So that's kind of what I went with. This room and honestly, this whole entire build kind of reminds me of Latricia, because usually when I build houses for her, it's like really pastel and like, you know, colorful and stuff like that. So I feel like Latricia would really like this build. But moving on though, this is like the master bedroom. So if this was like a family house or something, maybe the parents in my brain would sleep in this room. I ended up using one of the Sweet Treats beds, and I ended up recoloring it, or like not recoloring it. I copied the color from that bed and I put it on like this base game bed, so you could still have like the same like colors from it. And I ended up using that life preserver, and then I also ended up using the ice cream sculpture, because I forgot that object came with Sweet Treats. For whenever I see it, I think about Showtime, but I kind of forgot it came with Sweet Treats. So I definitely wanted to use it in this room. Like, for me, it's like, when else would I use this? Because I know you could use a lot of these items for like, you know, your Showtime stages and stuff, but I never really get a chance to like customize my Showtime stages, because when I do the Showtime careers, my Sims don't really ever get that far, because the majority of when I play The Sims 3, like for YouTube and Twitch, is like Nightmare Legacy styled. So, you know, I kind of need like other things to happen during that time, so I don't really ever take time out to do it, or to like have my Sims like max out the careers, because like the Sims are gonna die soon. So, you know, I should probably maybe I should do that for a video or something, like customize a Showtime stage. But moving on, this is the last bedroom. This is, I don't know, I feel like a teen probably has this bedroom, or maybe like a kid or something. I ended up using the desk. I want to say that desk came with Generations, which I don't really ever use that desk a lot, and it's really cool. So I used it in here, and I wanted the desk at first to be like a vanity table, or like a makeshift vanity table. So I ended up using like a mirror, and then I was gonna put a chair, and then I was like, well, CJ, if a teen is in this room, maybe they would like a computer or something, so they can, you know, like just chat with their friends, play games and stuff. So I ended up like just putting a computer in here, just, you know, just because, you know, maybe if you play in this build, you know, maybe you have a sim that needs a computer, so I just put a computer in here. And then I also ended up using this wallpaper, which really reminds me of the pastel pop kit from The Sims 4. But I really liked it like in this room, so I ended up using it instead. And then I also ended up moving that little wall light. So I gotta ask y'all, I've asked y'all before in the past, but I want to know again, do y'all use wall lights in The Sims, like the light walls, wall lights? Do y'all use them in The Sims? Because I never really do, and I know a lot of people do, but like I don't. So like, do y'all use them? For me, I just like using debug lights, because for one, they're free, and then they, to me anyway, they cast a bigger light than just the regular lights anyway, so I just prefer to use those. But since Sweet Treats came with they came with wall lights, I was like, maybe I could just use a couple in here. But that's pretty much it for this bedroom though. I did end up changing the color of the staircase right here. I love using spiral staircases in The Sims 3 because they take up a lot less space, so I really like them. Hopefully we'll get those for Sims 4 one day, but who knows. And then I also went back and I added a lamp in the upstairs bedroom. It's like one of the lollipop lamps. It's like the one that's shaped like a heart. I ended up using that one upstairs as well. And then this is just me trying to put another rug in this hallway, just to kind of fill in some of that empty space over here. So, you know, we have like a nice rug. And then I also recolored these peppermint, or maybe they're like candy candy. I don't want to say candy canes, candy sticks. I don't know, but I ended up like recoloring these to kind of blend in a little bit more with the surroundings, and I think it looks really nice. And then I also changed that TV that was hanging on the wall. Yeah, I liked it, y'all, but I don't really know. I didn't like it that much, so I ended up replacing it with the one from the base game, and I recolored it. And then I also still ended up using I think it's like a Generation coffee table right there. It kind of looks like a cookie, like an ice cream cookie or something. I think there's one of those, like an ice cream sandwich. I think there's one from like Showtime that I could have used, but I like that one a little bit more, so I ended up using it. And that's pretty much it for the inside of this build, though. Now I'm just like recoloring that lollipop, the lollipop lamp, which I didn't even know that was a lamp at first. I had to like go and look for it. It was a lamp. But anyway, this is just me now trying to put up some landscaping. So around this time, I realized that I had this little empty space on the side of the house. And at first, I was just going to have stairs that kind of led to nowhere. But I was like, no, CJ, that really doesn't make a lot of sense. So what I ended up doing was I put some doors on the, like, leading into the house. So the master bedroom, like the parents' bedroom, it'll have some doors like on the side of it. So, you know, if you don't like it, you can always take it away and like delete the stairs on the outside if you want to. But in my brain, I'm like, well, I want to get some use out of those stairs. So let me just put, you know, some doors on the outside of it. I did also end up putting a picnic table and a grill on the side of the house over there. So you have like a little outdoor eating area. I was really just trying to go through all the landscaping and stuff and the items with this pack to try to use some of them. It doesn't show up in the video, but it'll show up in the screenshots. I ended up using the water fountain that came with this pack, and I think there was like something else that I ended up using. There were like the little cotton candy trees. So I ended up using some of those out here. You'll see them in the screenshots though. And then I also used a bunch of the playground equipment that came with this pack. So it took a while to kind of figure out where I wanted the sandbox to go. I think I put it in like in the back of the house though. But honestly, y'all, that's pretty much it for this build. Hopefully, y'all will like it. Like, let me know in the comment section down below, like, I don't know, how y'all think I did? I don't know. But anyway, y'all, if you would like this house, I will leave a link down below. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below. Please stick around for the screenshots, because the screenshots will show you how the house will look when you go and download it. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, y'all. I do want to make another, like, holiday, like, speed build soon-ish, so be on the lookout for that. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this one, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye! Thanks for watching!